Everybody's having a great day and week so far. Big Drew in the house. More horror. What's going on? 2013. Durazo. Salient 196. 7 others. Quest 85. Beaching at 2. Magnus Bane 13. Stacked and Jacked 84. Trent Graff. Joe Mesta. What's going on? Super Cubano. Kevin Stunts. Team Titan in the house. Big Drew. My man. My brother from another mother. Hope all is well, bro. Bullet, Robin DeBull, BM Mock, Strength Addicts in the house, the Maxilli, Team Titan, yes sir. Always represent. Hulk Squad in the house, my man. Hope all is well. Kaji Gus Prime. Guys, I got a great show for you guys. Keep on coming in. Share this if you guys can. Everybody on TikTok, much love to you guys too as well. Facebook, all you guys out there. Got a great show for you guys. And I got some great topics. The 2 topics to start off, I'll tell you about the ADHD medication shortage and it's getting worse and what went wrong. I'll let you know. And then the next one, this is a great question. Does sex increase testosterone levels? We are going to talk about that later on in the show. And I'll give you some of the facts and some of the stats from that so you guys can look at it for yourself and make the determination. Is sex going to be beneficial for your testosterone? Is it going to hurt it? We'll see. All right. So let's get into this, right? We got earthquakes here in New York. What the hell is going on? 3.8 on the Richter. Man, I hope all is well and I hope everybody's safe. All right, so, guys, the thing we first start off with is the therapy of the week. Now, this week is a little bit different because we're getting you guys prepared, you males and females out there, for Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is a great Hallmark holiday, but it is celebrated everywhere in the United States. And every girl is probably looking for a Valentine. And who's going to take them out, who's going to buy them roses, and all these great things. But if you're in a relationship or you're dating somebody, you're probably wondering, hey, listen, what can I do to really make things super pleasurable for my partner later on after the dinner or after the drinks or after the candy, whatever it may be. And, you want this night to be your best night, right? So, you want to prepare to be your best. Now, what can that take or what can you take to possibly do this? So we offer all kind of relationship enhancing therapies for the bedroom, for males and females out there. And we have all different combinations that can help in a number of different ways. And we're doing an awesome discount special. So if you buy 5, you get the 6th one free. And then we're discounting all of them from 15 to 12. So really you're going to get 2 for free if you really do the math on it. So are you guys, or do you guys have your things prepared and ready to go for Valentine's Day? Do you want to improve your bedroom performance, right? Because listen, if it's the first time, obviously, initial impressions go a long way and always stay, right? But if you've been with somebody for a long time, or maybe a month or 2 months or whatever, you guys have probably had these experiences. So you really want, these big days to stand out, because listen, if they stand out, the girl's always going to remember you, or guy, whatever it is. And, they're going to remember that night if it was really, really good, okay? And they're going to tell their friends, their girlfriends, you know how girls talk, right? They're going to be like, oh, man, my man is the best. He did this, he did that. So you want to be that superhero in the bedroom to your partner, right? And what do we have for that? So we have Supermans for men, right? And this has sildenafil, which is the main active ingredient in Viagra. We also have it, if you're on hormones with us, we have one with sildenafil and a microdose of testosterone, all in one troche that's sublingual that you can take 30 to 45 minutes before a fun time and be ready to go and raring to go. Now you're going to ask me the question like, hey John, what is the difference between just taking the sildenafil and taking the sildenafil with the testosterone, the micronized testosterone? There's going to be a big difference. And the difference is that sildenafil is going to vasodilate, it's going to create blood flow, and it's going to go down to the extremities. So for a male, you're going to get a great erection, okay? For a female, what's going to happen is if you take sildenafil, it works the exact same way, but you guys don't have a penis, so it's not going to get erect. So what happens is the blood flows down to the extremities, so your private parts should feel more sensitive, which can help increase orgasms. Whew. That's great by itself. Now, what else do we have? So we have Ironmans. Our Ironmans are strictly for maximum blood flow. They have arginine and sildenafil. So this is going to create a maximum blood response. So your extremities are going to be ready to go at all times at maximum power. After that, we have Cupid's Candy. So Cupid's Candy is one that both partners can actually take. So Cupid's candy actually has tadalafil, which is the main active ingredient in Cialis. It also has oxytocin, which is the bonding hormone, brings you closer together, lowers inhibitions. And then we have PT141, which is an FDA-approved peptide therapy. Originally it's for females, but it works on males the exact same way. And you're going to say, well, how does that work? And the way that it works on the nervous system. So it's true libido effect, where when you take sildenafil or tadalafil, which is Viagra Cialis, you're going to get, the erection. But the libido might not be there. That's the mental, drive portion. I want this. Some people have that drive portion and can't get the erection to go up for guys. So this will complete the package all the way around. And guys and girls can take this. For girls, it will hopefully help you guys reach climax. We want that. We want females to do that. Now, the way that males and females get aroused is a little bit different, right? Where males are more feeling, touching, that stimulates them. For girls, it's more of a mental stimulation, right? It's this guy, he's funny, he's intelligent. I like the way he talks to me. I like the way he does this. I'm all about this guy. Has nothing to do with appearance or anything like that. That's why when you walk out someplace in public, you might look around if you're single, because if you're together with somebody, you shouldn't be looking around. But if you are single, you're looking around, you're saying, oh man, you see this beautiful looking girl or beautiful looking guy with this not so beautiful looking guy or beautiful looking girl. And you're like, man, how did that happen? Oh, that must be because of money, or it might not be. It could be just because she finds him attractive because of the way he talks to her or the way that he treats her, whatever it may be. And it has nothing to do with looks. And you're like, man, how the hell did this guy pull this? Well, that's why, straight up. So if you guys are looking to get a libido enhancer for the big day of Valentine's Day, and I truly recommend this, whoever you are out there, and you know what, if you're with partners, you can take it with your partner, and you guys can have that experience together, which is a bonding experience. Hopefully make things more pleasurable all the way around for you and her, or her and him, or him and him, whatever it is, or her and her. So at that point, you guys can have fun, you guys can enjoy yourselves, and at that point, perform like a superhero in the bedroom, and they will always remember you and chant your name wherever you guys are at in the world, and you guys will feel mighty proud about that. So if you guys are interested in the libido enhancers, Superman's, Iron Man's, Cupid's Candy, Wonder Woman's for females too as well, all you guys got to do is call or text 727-389-3220, and I jump on it because the special ends on Valentine's Day. The day is Valentine's Day at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The deal's off. There's no more discounts or no more free giveaways. So take advantage of it now. And it's real simple and easy to get. You don't need blood work for these libido enhancers or anything like that. All you have to do is fill out the new patient paperwork, which you can find right in the link in the bio on Instagram, right, on Linktree, or you can go directly to the website, titanmedicalcenter.com, titanmedicalcenter.com, and at that point, click the new patient paperwork, fill it out, and we'll get back to you and get you all hooked up. You guys can also call or text 727-389-3220, and we'll walk you through the process too as well. Tadalafil also does lower blood pressure, and it can be good for prostate enlargement. So there's a couple different areas that it can help with. And these are sublingual. Take any of those and she'll be happy. That's for sure. If you guys have any questions about what Titan Medical Center can do for you, involving hormone replacement therapy for males and females, medical weight loss, vitamin amino acid injectable therapies, rejuvenation detox, libido enhancers, peptide therapies with healing peptides, weight loss peptides, sexual peptides, blood work nationwide, from in-depth blood panels from hormones, vital organs, all the way to STD testing and food sensitivity allergy testing. We have something for everybody out there. I just need to know what you guys are trying to achieve so we can help you guys get there. All right, let's see what else is going on here. Do we got any questions? Lots of people have been asking me about Serenity this week. We're just getting out. That's awesome. So, Christian, I'm glad you brought this up. So, a lot of people like sleep, right? You want sleep. You need sleep. Your body needs it to recover, to revitalize, to rejuvenate, so you can work and operate properly and optimally, right? So with the Serenity is a game changer as far as helping people that have sleep issues from either falling asleep or going to sleep and waking up every single hour on the hour. It's also good for people that have anxiety and social anxiety. So if you have these issues, Titan Serenity is an all-natural way that you guys can utilize to be able to hopefully get some deep rest and stay asleep. Also, If you have an anxiety, like I said, you're in social matters or whatever it may be, this could be a game changer for you too as well, relaxing you from these anxieties that you have going on around you. Now it has magnesium, taurine, and L-theanine. L-theanine is one of the best amino acids out there for calming you down, for really just setting you back and chilling, right? Magnesium is great for relaxing too as well. It also distributes hormones throughout the body and works in a couple other different beneficial ways. And then taurine. Taurine is going to be great for brain function. It's going to be great for cramping. All these great things to have you be able to go to sleep, stay asleep, and wake up refreshed. That is the whole name of the game. Waking up and feeling refreshed. And some people might need a minimal amount of hours, like 8 hours. Some people only need 5 hours. And they can feel exactly the same way refreshed. But they always recommend 7 to 8 hours of rest a night. 6 to 8 at bare minimum, but they say 7 to 8, okay? So listen, if you guys are looking for something that's going to help you stay asleep, right, or get to sleep, or help with some anxiety, then Titan Serenity is the way to go. I know a lot of patients utilize this therapy. I might not talk about it enough, but I think I should, because obviously sleep is a problem out there, and a whole bunch of people are using all these different medications to go to sleep. But you know, a main thing I'd like to stress to people out there is, if you are having problems sleeping, you know, look at your daily regimen first off. And then look at your daily regimen and say, listen, how much stimulants am I taking per day? Because I do run across this question a lot with people, because they always tell me, John, I can't sleep. I'm like, all right, well, I mean, this is a big problem for a lot of people, but what's your daily routine look like? Like, what are you doing? You know? And then they tell me, like, you know, I'll get up in the morning, let's say, like, I eat at 8 o'clock in the morning, my first meal, and then I go on to my next one. I eat at noon. I'm like, great, awesome, everything's good there. I drink a couple cups of coffee throughout the day. I'm like, all right, cool. And then they're like, all right, I get off work, and then I'm going to go train. And then before I go train, I take about 3 scoops of this pre-workout. And then I look at the back of the pre-workout. I'm like, oh, shit. I'm like, it looks like you're taking a lot of stimulants, because each one of these servings has 300 milligrams per serving size. So you're taking 3. At that point, you're taking 900 milligrams of just caffeine alone. Screw the other stuff that's in there, because there might be something else in there that's causing this too as well, or not benefiting you. And you're overdosing on caffeine. So, you know, for your body just to go to sleep, it's still wired, man. It's got this caffeine in it. It's stimulants. Even though you say, listen, I take this every day, and this is probably the reason you're not sleeping every day. So you need to look at yourself and what you're doing in your daily regimen and say, what can I take away that might be doing this? I know other people out there, they're trying to cover up symptoms, or it's just their daily routine. They drink almost a pot of coffee a day. That's a lot of coffee. It really is. I mean, if you're covering up for symptoms, I know a lot of people say, oh, you know, I like the taste of coffee. Well, that's great, but you shouldn't be taking a whole pot of coffee a day, or 2 pots, which one guy told me, and I just couldn't believe it, because there's a lot of caffeine in each cup of coffee, depending on what kind of coffee you get, right? I know there's some extreme coffees out there that have some high caffeine levels. But, you know, just need to look at that and make sure everything's good there. And then, listen, there are a lot of people that are not taking a lot of stimulants and still can't sleep at night. So at that point, you need to look at some of these different options like Titan Serenity out there that can help you guys get to sleep and fall asleep. All right? So many things are loaded with caffeine, from chocolate to tea to energy drinks and pre's. Maybe limit caffeine intake by just having an ECA stack plus per day. And that's really what I do. So I take 1 ECA stack a day. 1. I take it about, I don't know, it's like maybe 9 in the morning is when I usually take all my stuff, which are my hair health capsules, my ECA Stack Plus, my clomiphene. You know, I take lisinopril 10 milligrams, and then I take my hair health capsules. I take my Nastrozole on the days I need to take a Nastrozole. But you know, with that, it's like it's kind of crazy, because it's only 200 milligrams of caffeine in that blue and white pill that I take the whole day. And I get my workout in, the whole 9. I mean, I go to sleep probably like 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning, and then wake up at 7 to do it again. Maybe 6:30. I wish it was 7. But, you know, that's kind of what my daily routine is and what I'm looking at there. So it's only 200 milligrams of caffeine I'm taking the whole day. I don't drink other coffee. I don't drink energy drinks. I don't take anything else. So at that point, that's what my body's working on every single day. And if I ever needed to up it up, like I have some photo shoot or I have something, then I can do 2 ECAs in one day, which is 400 milligrams. And that's not going over the daily dose of what I can do. So that's something you need to look at, because, you know, even yesterday I was looking at it and I couldn't believe it. I'm looking at this ad, and I show Sharice, I go, do you believe this? So Gatorade is coming out with one of their new energy drinks, and it's a electrolyte. It's supposed to be like a sports drink and an energy drink all in one. and it's going to have 200 milligrams of caffeine per serving size. And depending on what the bottle has in it, 1 to 2 serving size, that's talking about 400 milligrams possibly. But this is going out to kids and everybody that's out there.
Oh, wow.
That's what I'm saying. That's the problem. What I've seen here is and I knew it was coming, you start seeing the downslot. So what do I mean by that? Adults start drinking it, and then it's legal. It's legal. And now they give it to kids, and kids start drinking it. I don't know how many kids I've seen, and my kid does not do this, drinking C4. I mean, these kids are 12, 13 years old, drinking C4s, Ghosts. I mean, dude, they're drinking, and I know everybody is good about Celsius. They're drinking 3 or 4 Celsius in like an hour or two. Like, that's way too much. They shouldn't be doing this, right? Kids don't need caffeine every single day, and they shouldn't need it to get up out of bed or go to school all day. They should be good. And the problem is that most of these kids are not getting proper nutrition, so their body's not getting what it needs. And at that point, they're needing this extra to get up and go or to do what they need. Now, caffeine can be taken in reasonably. Let's put it this way. So let me give you an example. When your kid's training all week, right? No caffeine, no stimulants. All right, good to go. And they've got a game or a doubleheader that day. As long as they're properly hydrated, you could probably give them 200 milligrams of caffeine. But I would give them a straight caffeine pill. No other fillers, no other garbage, no junk. Just a straight caffeine pill. Maybe 100 milligrams. Just a start, right? You don't want them constantly taking caffeine or stimulants. You don't want them hooking. Later on in life, as you adults know out there, we have plenty of time to take in these things. And we have so many options, and we're going to have so many more options when these kids are grown-ups or adults. So at this point, I think we need to really just keep our kids away from the stimulants as much as possible and utilize them for what they need to be utilized for. I'm from Chicago. How do I get a hold of your nutrition? Ty Toy. I don't know who Ty Toy is. I'm sorry. But if you want to get a hold of us, just call or text 727-389-3220. All right, so let's get into our first topic of the day. The ADHD medication shortage is getting worse. What went wrong? So if you guys are taking any kind of Adderall or Adderall alternatives like Ritalin or Vyvanse or anything else out there, you guys are probably feeling the pain. And this is something that I wouldn't take in anyway. So I'm glad that I don't have to take it. And I feel bad for the people out there that are looking for this, because there's a lot of people that have hit me up at Titan Medical Center. Hey, do you guys do Adderall? We don't do Adderall. We don't do Vyvanse. We don't do any Ritalin. We don't do any of that stuff. Go to somebody else. They can definitely handle that. And if you can get the prescription afterwards, we're going to see, because it is a big, big problem out there. And you're asking yourself, why did this problem happen? Well, the problem happened because of the pandemic. During the pandemic, there was a 15% increase in diagnoses for this medication. And at that point, what happened? Telemedicine made it easier to get Adderall, these controlled substances, because these are all controlled substances too as well. These are all like methamphetamines almost, like they're true stimulants, right? Nervous system stimulants is what they're categorized as. So at that point, when you're taking these things in, you're going to have some issues if you don't get your medication right, because you're used to that thing fueling you. A lot of people have been using Adderall or Ritalin or all these different things for so many years for the wrong purposes. For ADHD, fine. But that even for me has a qualm as far as the questioning, because ADHD has no blood test that says you have ADHD. They have no test except for a written test that you literally circle the answers or check the answer box, and they're multiple choice. And at that point, that test can be skewed as far as anybody can give those answers out to that test, and they can go in and fill out that test and get Adderall, Ritalin, whatever it is. And that shouldn't be like that, right? I mean, there should be a little bit more strict testing or clearance to get some of these medications. But now you have a shortage. So at this point, they're saying that the shortage might not end till maybe the spring. They don't even know yet. And they can't catch up with the demand, because it's not like just flipping a switch. If you had any medications like Tylenol or whatever it is, it'd be a lot easier to make more of these medications and drugs. But with these, remember, they're controlled substances. That means the DEA has a strict, tight lip on what these pharmaceutical companies can produce, because they're looking at all these main active ingredients for the controlled substances, and they will not let them produce any more. Now, whether the DEA might loosen that a little bit for these people because so many people need this drug. And, I feel sorry and bad for the people that really do need the drug because they really do need it. But there's a lot of people out there that don't need this drug and they're using it for wrong purposes out there. And if you're one of them, I would look at some different substitute, especially right now with the shortage and everything like that. Look at ECA Stack Plus. Look at NAD. I don't know how many patients have came to us and transferred over from these medications to NAD for concentration purposes because they truly needed Adderall or whatever it was at that point in time. But they didn't want to be on these controlled substances. They didn't like the way it made them feel. So if you want to feel better and get that concentration factor, NAD. If you need energy, you want fat burning, ECA Stack Plus. Use the right tools for the job because you want the right result and outcome. California commercial, Lusu, DVD's G-Skin, The Real Hokey Pride, what's going on, brother? Chris Mixer, Strength Addicts and Carbs, yep. We definitely love our potatoes. I love my potatoes and white rice. That's the best. Any other questions on here? No more not
Not right now.
All right. All right, good. I just want to look. If you guys have any questions, please shout them out to me. All right, so let's look at the next one. Does sex increase testosterone levels? So this was a great article. This is in Men's Health. And, I get the question a lot. Hey, John, what can increase my testosterone levels? And there's not too many things out there that can increase testosterone levels. And the big question was, does sex increase it? And it's a good question. And you would think, logically, that maybe it would. Because, listen, sex is an exercise, right? So they have had studies where exercising can increase testosterone. Not for long extended periods of time, but for short periods of time. And you're training bigger muscle groups. This is definitely going to help. But testosterone levels will not increase during sex. They might increase for a short amount of time, but not a high level of increase. Like 90 points maybe, and that's not too much. So I wouldn't be looking for testosterone to be increasing because you're having a lot of sex. Now, supplementing with testosterone, that's obviously going to improve all aspects of sexual function, including libido and having better orgasms. It's also going to help keep on lean body mass, help with cardiovascular health, sugar levels, all these different things are connected to your hormones, and testosterone is one of the main ones. But if you are low in testosterone, you're going to have erectile dysfunction, you're going to have libido issues, concentration issues possibly. Body's probably not going to be the best it is, and you're not going to feel good mentally, right? Depressed moods and stuff like that. So with that point, you want to make sure that you're exercising. And weightlifting is the best form of exercising you can do to increase your testosterone levels. They even say that resistance training is not as good at increasing your testosterone levels. So if you're really looking to increase your testosterone levels, go train at the gym. Go do deadlifts, go do back, big muscle groups, chest, quads, legs, whatever it is. Focus on those muscle groups, train as hard as you possibly can. And listen, if you have low testosterone, don't worry. Don't feel ashamed. Don't ask a reason like why me? Or we can help that here at Titan Medical Center. We can help you guys get back on track and feel better than ever. And testosterone doesn't need to just be used when you're going to the gym. It should be used as a health medication. What I mean by that is people out there think that if you're on testosterone, you need to go work out in the gym. And if you're not working out in the gym, you better stop testosterone or just let it go. That's not true at all. You're actually doing yourself a disservice if you're not consistent with your medications. Because what happens is you go for a rise and then you go for a dip. And that's not good. You want your body to be even keel, not going through shock patterns up and down, up and down, up and down. This is going to be worse for what you're trying to accomplish and what you're feeling like. So at that point, make sure you guys are on it. Best Karen ever. Oh, I like that name. What's going on, Karen? How you doing? Strength Addicts, what's going on? All right, Amanda Nook's in the house. How you doing? All right, so with this, make sure you guys are looking at testosterone levels too as well. If you don't know where your testosterone level is, you need to call or text Titan Medical Center. 727-389-3220. We can set you up with blood work anywhere in the country except for Idaho. Girls and guys alike. And girls and guys both need all these different hormones. So at that point, I'd make sure that you guys are checking it on yourself and making sure you guys are knowing your numbers. All right, so let's get to the Titan Weekly Poll. Did you know that we have libido enhancers for both males and females? 20% said yes, I use Titan Libido therapies. Awesome. 38% said no, but do they actually work for both? Yes, they do. And 42% said, no, I did not know. What do you guys mean you don't know? You guys are looking at the newsletter. 42% of you guys better know after this. And if you guys want to get on the newsletter to answer the poll question, because it's interactive, especially if you guys are coming on here every single week, your guys' vote should count. So all you guys need to do is text the number 22828 to Titan Medical. That's it. That's all you guys need to do. Or you guys can go on the Instagram bio and hit the link tree, and you guys can go right to the newsletter right there and add yourself on right then and there. It's that easy, that simple.
It's text Titan Medical to 228.
Text Titan Medical to 22828. Yeah. So text 22828 and type in Titan Medical. That's what you guys got to do. All right. The fourth letter. What do you think of SARMs? Awesome. Good question. I get this question quite a bit. I get it from a lot of younger guys, to be honest with you. So SARMs, Select Androgen Receptor Modulator. So SARMs, in theory, were good medications that pharmaceutical companies were working on. And the big thing that they were trying to go after and trying to accomplish was, we need something that's going to raise testosterone levels, but it's not going to raise estrogen levels. And there's SERMs, Select Estrogen Receptor Modulators, and there's SARMs, Select Androgen Receptor Modulators. So you guys know that. So in theory, it's great, right? And we'll hopefully raise testosterone. But listen, guys, this is the true facts to SARMs. They're garbage. I'm just being honest with you. From my standpoint, can they get some people some results and stuff like that? I think so. I definitely do. The reason I say that they're garbage is because every person I've seen come through with SARMs, younger people, older people, one thing is they usually crash their testosterone levels. They crash altogether. So when they go on SARMs, the reason that people want to take SARMs is because they don't want to start testosterone. They don't want to start messing with it. But when you take SARMs, it's going to do the exact same thing that testosterone is going to do. It's going to shut down your natural production. But you're not going to get all the benefits that testosterone replacement therapy or hormone replacement therapy with testosterone is going to give you. It's going to give you a lot more benefits. You're going to feel a lot better. You're going to get a lot better gains. All the way around, it's going to be a better thing. With SARMs, you're going to crash your levels and might not get that big of a boost. You might get a little bit of results, but it's going to be nothing like on testosterone. And then after that, you're going to have to worry about getting your levels back on track and back up. Because once you stop the SARMs, you're going to crash down and you're going to have negative symptoms. So it's the exact same thing with testosterone. If you stop testosterone, you're going to have negative symptoms. And they're almost the exact same because they're crash levels on both. So you're going to have to worry about restarting your natural production, worrying about the estrogen because there could be estrogen conversion. The biggest thing that I see with SARMs as a problem after that is liver toxicity. Everybody that I see takes SARMs, oral SARMs. And I haven't seen too many people take the injectable SARMs. I know there's injectable ones out there. I wouldn't play with that because I don't know where the hell those are coming from. But, you know, the oral SARMs, liver toxicity, I see everybody's liver functions in triple digits. And then they have to go on a couple rounds of glutathione to get them down. It's not a big deal. You can get them down. It's not an issue. But it's obviously stressing your liver because it's going through there and filtering through there and breaking down. And after that, the gains aren't as good as... So the reward is not worth the risk. Let's put it that way. There's going to be more reward with testosterone replacement therapy than there are with SARMs. And if you mess with SARMs, you're going to get the exact same effect negatively, but not positively, as you would with testosterone. So that's just a big thing out there. Anything you take with a picture of a rat on it, which says not for human consumption, is usually crap. Test works, everything else is hocus pocus and smoke. I agree. Shrink Addicts got hit this right in the head. There's so many people out there that are selling this garbage ass shit, excuse my language, of research chemical and peptide sites. You guys, I mean, it's pretty bad. Where you got people that are selling all these different injectables that people are going to inject them, not for human consumption, right? It says right on the label. They're not supposed to be even, and look, Christian's a lawyer, so you're not even supposed to insinuate that these things are for human consumption because, one, they're not. Two, the pedigree on them, where they're getting this stuff, who knows what that is. So, listen, I would stay away from those sites as much as possible. And if you can't afford the real thing from somebody that's credible as far as that goes, I would save your money till you can. because you don't know what you're going to get. And it might be good, might be bad. You have no idea what the hell it's going to do to you if it does anything at all. All right, so I need a full body supplement: mood, sleep, heart health, bone support, digestive system, immune system, testosterone booster, etc. Lord Rifter, I would look into, if you need all these things, testosterone replacement therapy hits every one of those things. You don't have to take a whole bunch. Every one of those things hits with testosterone replacement therapy if it's optimal. Anna Grace, what's going on? Anna, hope all is well. I haven't seen you forever. Tessa, what's going on? Self-made, how you doing? MS Pro, what's going on? I hope all is well. Victor Brown, how you doing? Super Blue, what's up, guys? How you guys doing? Kid Clouds, Ramirez, Rod March, Expression Soft to the Soul, Bull Dilly, what's going on? If you guys got any questions, fire them off to me because I ain't got too much time on here. So if you have anything, questions about what Titan Medical Center does, or maybe you're trying to hit a goal or achievement, let me know and we can talk about it on here. Maybe what therapy to use or whatever it is. If you guys got any questions about hormones, peptides, anything like that, please shoot them off to me. I did see one article today. I guess I'll go over it because I got a little bit more time. I seen an article on Post Malone, and it was from TMZ. And basically it was like, what's going on with Post Malone? So obviously I need to read into this. I'm like, all right, cool. What's going on with Post Malone? So Post Malone has a show this last weekend, and he's basically out there and he's doing his show and doing his thing. But when you look at Post Malone, you see a totally different Post Malone, and the difference is that Post Malone is not fat anymore. He's not fat at all. He's actually pretty thin, right? So everybody is like they're rumoring about this. Is Post Malone sick? He must be doing drugs, right? But no, Post Malone says, and his family says, backs this up, he's the healthiest he's ever been, he's the happiest he's ever been, and he's in the great mind space. So he's not depressed at all is what he said. He said, I haven't felt this good in I don't know how long. So obviously Post Malone has lost a lot of weight. He's been exercising, he's been eating correctly, he's been happy. So this isn't something that we should be looking at like, oh, this person lost a lot of weight. Now, obviously, if people are sick and stuff like that, they can lose a lot of weight. So it is a question, I guess, to bring up. But when we start looking at Post Malone and we start seeing how fast he's really lost his weight, it got me thinking, like, what was he using? Because don't get it twisted. These guys that got all this money out there, these celebrities, artists, and stuff like that, they got top-of-the-line nutritionists, they got top-of-the-line supplement guys, whatever you want to call them, clinics, whoever's out there. So, at this point, was he taking semaglutide or Ozempic? Was he taking one of these weight loss drugs that got him down this quick and this fast? It's something that we're going to be able to see in the future with people that start taking this medication. If you lose too much fat too quick, skin's going to sag. And the main part where a lot of people are getting it is in their face. If you're really rotund, okay, especially in the face, and you have a lot of fat in your face, then at that point, if you lose all that weight, it will start creating some wrinkles, and you might need a filler to fill that area with that. That's something we're going to be doing here very shortly. Injectable peptide fat burners are such a way for a specific fat loss. Solo balls. All right. So when we talk about injectable peptides, we want to talk about AOD 9604, which happens to work as far as lipogenesis and lipolysis. So what does that mean? Lipolysis is the destruction of fat, and then lipogenesis is using the food that you eat per se as energy and not storing it as fat. Right? So this is a great one. All right, AOD 9604. It's a 171 sequence amino acid chain, and that is the isolated sequence from growth hormone. It doesn't have growth hormone traits as far as raising sugar levels possibly or growing different areas in your body or whatever it may be. Strictly designed for the weight loss effect. Really, really cool. The other one, our Aries injectable weight loss therapy, semaglutide. This one is a game changer. Tears the peptide is coming too as well. That's his big brother that's coming out, and that's going to be even better. Lord Rifter, I thank you. I appreciate you and your team. I'll be reaching out to you soon. Thank you. I appreciate you. Anything we do, just let us know. Our staff is going to be awesome. You can even tell them you see me on Titan Talk, and they'll get you all squared away. All right. So I think that's it, guys. I appreciate all you guys joining in. We got a lot of people still on here. If you guys got another question, shoot it off real quick, and I'll answer it. Events. So I know events, we don't have a huge calendar out right now. We're squaring away the event calendar as we speak, so we will have events coming up very soon. A lot of events. I'm planning. I want to plan custom events this year. I want to plan different events. I want to do some different events this year. I'm not doing some of the events that I've done previous years. I'm changing some things up. I want 2023 to be a whole brand new, fresh year, new things, new heights, and new goals. So I'm going to try to accomplish that in different ways here this year and see what works. All right. So I appreciate all you guys. Thank you guys so much. And I will see you guys next Tuesday for Titan Talk Tuesday. Guys, Valentine's Day is Tuesday. Get prepared now. Order the flowers now. Order the candies now. The bear. Whatever the hell it's going to be. And make sure you get Libido enhanced from Titan Medical Center for the discount. But make sure you guys are prepared, right? Set yourself up for success with your lady or gentleman, whoever it is, and make sure you're doing the right things. Get it prepared now. Don't wait till the last minute, because it's always harder, and you're stressing a lot, hell more. Like, oh, shit, I got to get this. Like, plan it and do it now. I'm telling you to do it now, so you don't have to worry about it then. Make your reservations, get your flowers, do whatever the hell it is, and get it all squared away so you guys are not stressing on Valentine's Day, which is next Tuesday. So I'll be joining you guys on Valentine's Day, and I'll be giving the pep talk. So if you guys are in that last minute scenario, I'll have some tips and tricks what you guys can do to be right with your lady, even if you forgot to get her something on that day. All right, guys, I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in. I appreciate you guys every single week. I love you guys. Thank you so much. I'm John, CEO of Titan Medical Center, and I'll see you guys next Tuesday on Titan Talk Tuesday with me, John, CEO of Titan Medical Center. Love you.